Man, go just keep pushing up and up and up. Yo, it's like everything is just on the up and up right now. And the way that it's just got me feeling is I'm so ready to click a real button. Like I don't wanna I'm tired of clicking the back test button. Whether it be win, lose, or draw, like this market right now got me fiending low key, and I'm trying to keep my head leveled on some. I'm trying to be patient, y'all. I'm trying to make sure that I'm doing everything that I need to do because to be honest, it ain't nothing to just drop a little you see what I'm saying, and get in a funded account and shoot for the stars. But don't that's not the type of time that I'm on right now. I have to take this seriously because I be doing too much. I do too much and I play too much. And it's like, I mean, I know I'm saying that I be playing around, but I take it so serious. And it's like I get so ahead of myself because I'll have a couple good days and then I'll lose it. You know, I was talking to my trading buddy today and I was just like, it's so crazy how we set our goals just to be something simple where it's like, so we don't get ahead of ourselves on some, we're gonna shoot for 500 a day or we're gonna shoot for 1,000 a trade, like simple stuff. But it be them days where, you know, we go for it and we get what we said that we was gonna get, and the next day we show up and we mess around and get 3,000, and then we like, okay, I'm shooting for 3,000 now, and it's just like, no, stay the course. Stay the course, dude. That talk today with my trading buddy was just so funny to me because it's like so many times, like me and her are on the same page. It's like we be right there so many times, but we trip over ourselves between getting greedy, between trying to rush, and you know, at the end of the day, it's at the end of the day, we have come to the conclusion that no matter what we say, it's just straight greed. Because if we take the time that we need to let the account do what it needs to do and actually just take our time, stop being impatient, and just let it compound like we're supposed to be, then it'll be all good. And don't get me wrong, like I'm not against compounding, but it's like at the same time I do want it to be to a point where yes, I'm compounding, but I also got to make sure that I'm paying myself. But it's like if you're not building your account in any kind of way, how are you gonna pay yourself? How are you gonna take the money out to make sure that you taking care of what needs to be taken care of? And to do that, you have to compound it. And it's just like I said, we be on some, it's my money and I want it now. And it's like I said, like you do so good, you be on track and you following your, you know, your expectations. Like $500 on a futures account is nothing. $1,000 on a futures account is nothing. But you sit there and say that, and in real life, $500 or $1,000 is a lot. Like it might not be a lot to some people, but I'm telling you, if you had an extra $500 or an extra $1,000, you're not just gonna be like, oh, that's not enough, I don't want that. And that's crazy because that's some of the things that we literally will sit there and do. And it's just mind blowing that we sit there and do things like that because it's like I just said, if somebody was to hint you that $500 in real life, thank you, I'm going to take that. What are you going to do? Push that person away? Be like, nah, that's not enough. I don't want that. I need more. They're going to look at you like you're crazy. That's $500. But it's like in the terms of trading, it's almost on some, it's not enough. But it's more than enough. I've told y'all, have I told y'all? I'm pretty sure I told y'all, like whenever I first started doing Forex, like I was so happy for the days that I could get to $100. It would be a week where I got $1,000 like in the week, and I'll be like, this was a dang good week. Wow, my news alert just went off. Go Rich's all-time new highs. I know that. I started off by saying she just keep going up and up and up. I know. No need to remind me. Thank you, Trading View. Because Jesus Christ, if I don't got the case of FOMO so bad. Anyways, back on track. I got sidetracked. But it's just like, yeah, like it would be weeks or even, no, I won't say a month because I was doing better than that in a month. But it's just like, yeah, let's go. It will be a week. Well, I will be so grateful at the fact that I got $500 or I got $1,000, and I will be so elated. So why is it in one single trade in futures, $1,000 isn't enough? Are you crazy? Like, I know it's levels to it, and you know, I'm grateful that I continue to level up and I continue to, you know, push myself to the limit. But it's just like, bro, you used to be so happy about $1,000 in a week, and now you're not even happy about $1,000 in a trade that don't even take you all day. That's crazy. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to be grateful for the things that you're getting. Take that and run with it, because it will become a point where it's like, no, that's not enough for me. That's not good enough for me. And you just gonna keep chasing and keep chasing. And we was just so laughy giggly today, because like I said, like, it'll be some times where we'll be shooting for 500, and we'll be shooting for 500, get our 500. The next day we mess around and get $2,000. Okay, so the next day we show up, I have to get 2,000. You will mess around and blow your whole account, or you will go on so far drawdown, go on tilt, trying to catch that $2,000 when all you're supposed to be doing is getting that 500. And do you understand how crazy it is to blow up chasing something that you wasn't even supposed to get? Mind you, whole time you're in that trade, you already made your 500, but you're trying to push it to the limit. What if that was what if that was the rest of the move? And you sitting there chasing something, you sitting there leaking and bleeding money into something that's telling you that she's already done. She don't want to do no more. You know, some people can't take that and be like, oh, well, you just need to add more size on. That's the dumbest thing you can say. Especially, you know, especially for y'all starting out. Not even just for y'all starting out. For those that's starting out and for those that's in that break-even stage, I promise you, you can say, oh, well, I'm trying to get to 1,000. Let's just say I'm trying to get to 1,000 off 100 ticks. Okay, cool. You get the 100 ticks, but you know you don't have the right size on, so you only made 500. You come back in the next day trying to reach that same 100 tick goal. Well, you should still trying to reach that same $1,000 mode. So you're like, okay, let me double it. What happens when you double it and it goes against you? And now you in the hole. Now you have to make that 1,000. Now you have to. I mean, you don't have to make it right then and there, but it's like you done mess around and threw yourself off track, where it's just like, if I would have kept my regular size on, you know, and just aimed for my little 100 ticks and got my little 500, then I would have been just fine. I would have went merry along on my way. And it's the simple thing about compound. Like I said, I will never be against compounding because it makes sense. It's just, I hope that while you're compounding, you do take money out to pay yourself, because I think you do yourself a disservice, and you're like, it's a disjustice to yourself if you sitting there and growing your account from, I don't know, $5,000 to $30,000 and you never took nothing out. What happened when you get too big-headed and you get beside yourself and you put on the biggest trade you ever put on, and now you done messed around and lost 20,000, so now you at 10, you leaving with 5,000. You should have just you should have paid yourself along the way. But anyways, like I'm saying, if you just keep that track of, okay, let me get this 500 this trade, let me get this 500 this trade, let me get this 500 this trade, before you know it, you already surpassed the goal that you were supposed to or trying to get to. And it was so much easier for you to get there, instead of you shooting for the 500 one day, making 2,000 one day, and then shooting for $4,000 the next day. Like, you're doing too much. Dial it back. Yes, I know the potential. Yes, I know it's all there. Yes, and it can happen. And don't get me wrong, baby, it could be some days where you putting on your trade for 500 and you mess around and catch a runner. You know, I think that's beautiful. But do not put yourself in a position where you are damaging yourself, where it's like, it's all or nothing. I need more than this. I need more than this. Baby, I'm telling you, that greed will eat you up in a way that you didn't even think was possible. And it will take you through such dark places, and you just be like, bruh, like, why did I even do that? Yes, at the time, while you was in that trade, while you're doing all the crazy stuff that you're doing, yes, it absolutely does make sense. But it's like, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Because you will throw yourself over the rail chasing something, and whole time all you had to do is stick to the plan. I just need to stick to the plan. I just need to stick to the plan. Patience, compounding. Pay yourself, because that is so important. You know, like I said, do not sit there and be growing that $5,000 account to a $50,000 account and never pay yourself and get too big-headed, because you know what? I'm her, okay? Every trade I take, I'm a hit. And you mess around and, like I said, you're going to put too much size on one of them trades because you done messed around and got big-headed. You on that winner's high, and it is it's a rough one. That's why I tell y'all, like, people always talk about, you know, you getting stuck in drawdown and you on a losing streak. Baby, that winning streak can do just as much damage. I know I done made a couple videos about that. And it's like, you have to take your blessings when they see fit, when they're right there present in front of you, you know. And I'm not telling you to cut your trade short. I'm not telling you to, you know, just get in and get out whatever you can get. No. Set up a plan. Write something out that makes the most sense for you. Something that you can reach for and strive for and actually get and achieve every single, I'll say, for all your trades. And of course we're going to have some losers, but you better make sure that you have on those proper risk tools, those proper risk management tools, so you won't go off the edge. If your thing is, oh, I'm only going to risk $100, okay, cool. Stick with that. If you go, okay, well, I'm reaching for 1,000 and I'm risking 250. Okay, cool. Stick with that. Do not start. Boy, I was about to get mad. Do not start doing that crazy stuff because of greed. I'm telling you, you snatch that stop loss off. You move that stop loss down. You just sit there. You keep adding. The worst thing you could do is add to a loser. Yes, like I said, it feels very smart and ingenious in that moment. But I promise you, when you come to, the first thing you are going to say is, what was I thinking? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? I know better. Do you know how many times I have had the I know better conversation with myself? Because yes, I'm in drawdown. Okay, but this is where I wanted to get in the first place. Okay, baby, well, you should have not gotten in until that point right there. But you... FOMO. You just got to get in. And then price finally pull back to where your original entry was. Okay, so now you done reloaded up. And now you just getting farther and farther in drawdown because, baby, Shorty was telling you, I'm not trying to go that way. I'm going this way. And you trying to force her and she's not having it. Okay? I'm telling you. I'm just the messenger, bro. And I'm just trying to get it across to you to where you... Whew. I keep watching gold push up. I just trying to get you to a point where it's like you understand the things that I'm saying. I'm trying to put it into layman's terms so you can understand. Like, if Shorty is telling you she's done and she don't want to go that way, then listen. There are clear-cut signs. There's no need for you to keep on showing up and getting your heart broken every single time. That's crazy work. Don't do this. Don't be foolish. Do not be foolish. Be patient, compound, pay yourself. Don't be foolish. That's all I got, man. As I sit here and I watch gold continue to just push up, my heart is in of awe. And it's just like, it's all right, man. You know, the times right now for me is not the funnest because I'm on some grind mode, on some compounding my money to put in my account mode. Like, I do not want to get another account, baby. I'm not trying to do that. It's like, if you could do that type of thing, I applaud you. I seriously do. But I've gotten to the point where it's just like, I can't allow myself to get put in the box, and then I put on too much pressure on myself. Like, and it's crazy because growing up, I've always had like test anxiety. It's like, bro, I've always been super smart, but it's something about taking a test just makes me razzle frazzle. Even in the army, I would have test anxiety. It's like I've been physical all my life. I knock out them push-ups, knock out them sit-ups. Even though I didn't want to run, it was something about having to beat the clock at a certain point. My mind would just go on a fritz, go bananas, like, and it's just like, I don't know, bro. Like, I would lock up at times and just freeze, and they just be like, bro, what happened? Like, you was out here doing the thing, and then what did you do? I don't know, bro. It's something about that test that just, it blows my mind. So I know that that's not for me. And if it is, if it so happens to be that something falls into my lap, then yes, I would take advantage of it. But I'm not willing to continue to bleed money into something that I know gives me the jitters. So I'm doing it right back how I started, right back old school, right back the way that I said, the same way that I got my live account with my own hard-earned money is the same exact thing that I'm doing this time. And it's like, it's almost on some, God really had to put me through that test and trial to see all my errors and to see whenever I don't do what I'm supposed to do, how I'm supposed to do it, whenever I don't keep my head, whenever I get greedy, because that's all it was. I got way too greedy. That money I was hitting, and that money just was, I'm like, yes, it's finally time. And I just kept upping it. And I, as my account started to dwindle down, I started upping it some more. And it's just like God was literally telling me to stop and to slow down and to recalculate and readjust and re-aim and refire. But I had money on my mind. And that's crazy. But like I said, this time come around, whenever I'm able to fund myself again with my own hard-earned money and my live account, I know exactly what it is that I'm supposed to do. This is why I tell y'all the things on this channel, because I'm trying to prevent y'all from making these same mistakes. It's no reason why last year should have set me on course for this year to be smooth sailing, period. I was on track for that. And then as soon as we get around Thanksgiving, I just wanted to get oh so greedy. And granted, it was because I wanted to do a lot of different things. I wanted to make sure that I was able to exceed my expectations. But baby, if I would have just kept the path, kept on with my plan, and not getting so lost in the greed, I would have excelled my expectations regardless. And it's crazy that it has taken me all this time this year, after blown account, after losing funded accounts, after doubting myself, to realize that all I had to do was stay the course. And I could have, yes, eventually I would have been able to up my lot size. I mean, I would have been able to add more contracts if I would have stayed the course, because the account would have been big enough. The account would have been big enough for me to up my risk just a little bit. But I was trying to up my risk I was upping my risk and still taking my money out, making sure I was paying myself, and just did the most. But I see that. I learned this. This entire 2025 for me has just been an entire learning curve, and making sure that I'm actually getting out there and doing what I'm supposed to do, and jumping out on faith, and actually trusting myself and trusting God and trusting the plan that is laid out in front of me. And that's it. So I just hope that these videos are helping somebody, because baby, I want you to win so bad, because this world, we're not going down that rabbit hole tonight, because I'll be up here for a whole nother hour talking to y'all about that. But it's just like, it is time for us to get our ducks in a row and at least try to do our best every single day. So that's really all I got for y'all tonight, man. That conversation with my trading buddy was just phenomenal today. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this message. Troops, shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for coming back. If it's your first, second, or third time on the channel, you might as well go ahead and hit that sub button. Come on now. It's probably over here on this side. Probably right here. If it is, I don't know. Click it. If you already subbed up, go ahead and hit that like button. Let me know how much you liked it. I hope that y'all have a blessed day, night, month. Dang, I done messed that up. I hope y'all have a blessed night, day, week, month, year. Have to say it fast. It's 2025. What time to be alive? What time to thrive and strive for greatness. We running it up, y'all. One more day, and it's winter's art. I hope y'all ready. I hope y'all bring y'all notepads and pencils, because that's what we on. Go, just keep on. Go. I gotta get off this camera, because y'all gonna see my crazy side coming out. I'm trying. It's your girl TP Tab. I'm out.